Video, I would like to talk about body positivity. I'm not a fan of body positivity, and I know that sounds bad. Like when people hear that, they automatically assume things like, you're against body positivity? Does that mean you're for body negativity? You think people should be shaming each other's bodies and that we should all hate the way we look? Are you disgusted by fat people? And no, actually, to me, being against body positivity has nothing to do with any of those things. I don't think we should body shame people, it's just rude and not productive in any way, shape, or form. And when it comes to people's looks, I'm very much of the belief that if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything at all. But I am very critical of the body positivity movement because it A, encourages unhealthy lifestyle choices, B, encourages people to rely on external validation for their self-confidence and self-worth, and C, attempts to control the media in order to push its own narrative. Wow, Roaming, that's a really cogent list of criticisms you got there. Too bad you don't have any examples of those attributes being exhibited by real-world activists in order to drive home your argument about the follies of body positivity to the point of over self-appreciation. Well, have I got good news for you guys.
On its most basic level, body positivity is the idea that all bodies are good bodies.
Okay, the phrase all bodies are good bodies sounds really nice and empowering, but what does it even mean? It's probably generalizing too much to say that some bodies are just plain bad, but there are some unhealthy bodies, that's for sure. And no matter what you look like, there are going to be people out there who don't think you're attractive, and we just need to accept that because that's life.
When you think of what TV, magazines, and movies tell us a good body is, which celebrities come to mind?
We're asking people which celebrity they think has a really great body.
I think Jennifer Lawrence has my ideal body.
I definitely think Jennifer Aniston has a good body. She's toned. I don't know, she looks healthy.
Who would you choose?
Jessica Alba. She has like a healthy body type, in my opinion.
Hey, this is actually something really cool. None of the three actresses that were mentioned were skinny to the extreme or anorexic looking. In fact, it looks like all three of them make a conscious effort to work out. The fact that these three girls have healthy body types as their ideals is actually a really positive thing, I think. I mean, we don't want people trying to emulate unhealthy body standards that are just going to be bad for you in the long term, right? Surely this video has nothing to complain about those pics.
What can we deduce about good bodies based on these women? Good bodies are thin, straight, and most often white.
Wait, what? You're actually upset now that people are attracted to thin, healthy bodies? Not even thin to the extreme, just regular, healthy-looking women? Also, not even sure why you had to bring race and orientation into this. Maybe that's just some intersectional thing you felt like you had to do?
There's nothing wrong with having a body like this, but the body positivity movement strives to create representation for marginalized bodies. We want to see fat bodies, queer bodies, bodies of color, and everything in between up front and center in mainstream media.
See, this is what I'm talking about. It's not enough for the body positivity movement to encourage people to feel good about themselves. They also want to try and alter our media. If body positivity is about believing that your own body is good, then why does it matter what's on TV or what other people are looking at? Shouldn't that kind of validation come from within yourself and not be reliant on other people? Okay, yes, the average American woman is larger than the average actress, model, or even plus-size model. But it's not because these actresses and models are necessarily too small. It's because American women in general are too big. 2/3 of Americans are overweight. That means the average American woman is overweight. If being overweight is not healthy, which it's not, and the average American woman is overweight and therefore not healthy, or at least not as healthy as she could be in that respect, should the solution to this problem really be to make the people on TV and in magazines and movies fatter? Or should we make the people in our society and culture slimmer so that we live longer and are healthier? I don't know. Tough question.
I've noticed that a common descriptor for these traditionally accepted body types is healthy. But can you really tell if someone is healthy by looking at them?
I mean, if you're overweight, then it's obviously not healthy because you're lugging a lot of excess weight around. And it's proven not to be healthy. People have died from overweight.
I love how they're playing that kind of dinky music in the background when that guy's talking in order to make it look like he's kind of stupid, even though what he's saying is 100% right.
Just because someone is fat or just because someone is thin doesn't necessarily mean that that person is healthy or unhealthy.
You may not be able to tell if someone is healthy just by looking at them, since skinny people can definitely have health issues too. But when it comes to being unhealthy, it's not the same. A lot of the time you can't tell if someone's unhealthy just by looking at them. This person, definitely unhealthy. This person, it's not looking good for them. This person 100,000% not healthy. This is a fact. We know this, and yes, we know this just by looking at them. Convincing people who are overweight that it is a fine and perfectly healthy lifestyle is probably one of the most dangerous things about body positivity. If someone knows they're living an unhealthy lifestyle and they choose to stay that way, that's one thing. That decision is on them. But if there's someone who's only remaining overweight because they're under the impression that it's not affecting their health negatively because that's what you told them, then you should definitely feel bad and take responsibility for that because it's not true and you're affecting people's lives.
And even if someone is clinically unhealthy, that doesn't make them any less worthy of self-love.
No one said anything about unhealthy people not deserving self-love. I still believe that unhealthy people should love themselves, but if you really do love and care for yourself, shouldn't you want to make healthy lifestyle choices to ensure that you're properly taken care of?
You can't, like, by just looking at someone, you can't tell their genetic makeup. Like, you don't know their family background, their family history, and, like, there's a lot of things that go into health rather than it just being like, are you a size 0 or a size 8?
Yes, again, when it comes to someone who's size 4, they could be healthy, they could be unhealthy, we can't know. But when it comes to someone who's a size 22, yes, we do know, not healthy. You can love yourself but still admit, hey, I need to get in better shape.
I think everybody is beautiful, and I wish more people embraced that and understood that.
You deserve to feel beautiful, and you deserve to feel worthy. It's that simple.
Worthiness and beauty are not linked. They're not the same at all. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think the message of you look great no matter what and therefore you have self-worth is as important as telling people it doesn't matter what you look like because you're worth it as a person. It's kind of weird because in a way these people are just as focused on appearances as body shamers. But instead of being focused on saying what's bad, they're focused on saying that everything's good. In my opinion, we should just be ignoring what people look like because unless it's related to your health, it really shouldn't matter. But what do I know? It's probably just my internalized misogyny speaking, or whatever.
Yo para nada, cuando crezca quiero ser un gordo incapacitado como mi papá. Me baño con una estopa en una varilla. Ha 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 ha. ¡Ay, no!